about gold and why those of you who have been sitting on the fence need to get off the fence and buy some gold. Buy it tonight, buy it tomorrow, but don't wait for the price to hit $3,000 an ounce. I mean, you can still buy it at $3,000 an ounce. It's still going to be cheap at $3,000 an ounce, but why wait? Gold closed today up another $28 an ounce. It keeps hitting new highs. Today's close was 2,844, closed right on the high of the day. Despite
Want to know why gold prices could explode in 2025? What if I told you a financial crisis is coming and there is one way to protect your wealth? Keep watching. I will show you how you can take action right now to secure your future. Inflation is rising, the stock market is shaky, and central banks are printing more money. But there is a safe haven, gold. In this video, I will show you why gold prices are set to skyrocket in 2025 and how you can take advantage of this before it's too late.
inflation is a huge problem. See, inflation was the government's solution to the problem until inflation has now become the problem. And so inflation is going to get much worse. Forget about what these central bankers and politicians are saying about their commitment to fight inflation, how they're resolute and how they're determined no matter what to bring the inflation rate back down to 2%. That's never going to happen. We're going to see 20% inflation before we see 2% inflation. And this pretend war against inflation is going to come to an end soon. And the central banks are going to surrender and inflation is going to win. Look, we've already seen the first central bank capitulate and wave the white flag, and that was the Bank of England. The Bank of England, a week or two ago, was every bit as committed to fighting inflation as the Fed, until the inflation fight threatened a financial crisis, and then they cowered out, turned around.
Inflation is the biggest threat right now. As prices rise, your money is losing value. The Federal Reserve and other central banks have been printing more money, leading to massive inflation. But there is a way out. Historically, gold has been the ultimate hedge against inflation.
And that is the institutions or the smart money, the big buyers, and the central banks. Foreign central banks are buying up gold. They want to get rid of their dollars. They want to divest and move out of the dollar. And so the best alternative to the dollar is gold, and that's what they're buying. But it's not just the central banks.
Here's why gold is going to skyrocket. Central banks have been hoarding gold like crazy, and the demand for gold is already outpacing the supply. The price is rising, and it's only going to keep going higher. With trade wars and rising geopolitical tensions, people are flocking to gold to protect their wealth. If tariffs hit gold, we could see prices climb even faster. Now it's the time to secure your gold.
Everybody is missing is that there is an alternative to the dollar that doesn't involve another fiat currency, and that's gold. That is real money. And so I think what these central banks are going to do is, as they get out of dollars, they will just increase their holdings of gold.
You might be wondering, what about Bitcoin? But as the digital currency market falters, gold is the only true store of value. Gold is going to outperform crypto in the long run, and it's only a matter of time before the world realizes it.
There should be people calling this out at what a ridiculous bubble this is. You know, I went on ChatGPT. I guess I could have got on Grok, but I've still been doing a lot of ChatGPT. And, I wanted to know, who's talking about this other than me? Like, I know I talk about it, but I want to know, is anybody pointing out the absurdity of what's going on and the risks of wasting so much capital on such an enormous bubble? The whole idea that Bitcoin fixes everything. These guys are now talking about how we're going to solve our deficit problems with Bitcoin. How do you solve the deficit problems with Bitcoin? If the government buys Bitcoin, it's got to go into debt to do it. Although they're talking about selling our gold to buy Bitcoin, you might have to sell all of our gold. I mean, it's the countries that would be buying our gold. It would almost be an act of treason for the government, the president, to sell our gold in exchange for Bitcoin. I mean, it's like, selling the cow for magic beans. Although I guess in Jack and the Beanstalk.
If you're already thinking about how to protect your wealth with gold, hit that like button. And if you want to stay ahead of the gold rush, make sure to subscribe because you don't want to miss what's coming next. The gold rush is coming and you need to act fast. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Check out the links in the description. Get ahead of the curve and I will see you in the next video.